Hello. The title of this podcast is Don't Make It About the Event. Don't make it about the person. And this is inspired by a question that was asked of me. And it was like, how are you okay with this situation? Or like, did you see what that person did? And like, what do you think about that? And every situation that occurs for me, the first thing that I do is I say, how does this situation allow me to work on me? That's where I start. I start there every single time. Somebody does something, says something that other people think that I should take offense to, or they would be offended by, or feel wrong by, or or my mind says I should be. I stop there. I pump my brakes. I lean back and says, no, that's not my practice. My practice is on me. And I express gratitude for the situation or for the purpose or for the person that has given me this opportunity to work on me. So I don't spend a lot of my time trying to fix things outside of me, especially if I haven't done the most important work, which was first work on fixing what's inside of me. So outside of me is secondary, if at all. Inside of me is primary. That's what I work on, period. So take something that's happening in society that, for the most part, people see as wrong, injustice. The first thing I do is I don't deny that that might be the case, but instead, I do not make that my primary focus. What I do instead is I say, whatever this event is, how do I work on me so that I keep an open heart with any individuals that are involved in it, period. I start there. And then I work on, is there anything else I can do? But because I worked on myself, the potential solution that I might come up with to address the issue, if anyone even asks me, would be one that's rooted in peace, that's rooted in love, and rooted in leading and living with an open heart. So that's first. So again, it's not about the event. One of my close friends is not happy with their work, their job. And I totally get it because I was doing work before that I wasn't happy with either. And I just thought I should be somewhere else and I would have more fun somewhere else. And when I look back at my life, and I've had some really amazing jobs, but I found a way, even in those jobs, to be restless, to be thinking that there is more. It wasn't until I made wherever I am right now a place that I was completely at peace with, that I was finding the good in, and that I was effortlessly contributing to without any desire or need for something in return. Only until I did that I feel like if another opportunity happened, I'm able to take advantage of it. And what I mean by that is take advantage of it because I've learned the lessons that I needed to in my present job. Like I haven't wanted or needed to go and be somewhere else. I am content and peaceful right here, right now, in this moment, without needing another moment to make me happy. So again, it's not about the event. It's not about the person. It's about working on yourself in this event, around this person that you're interacting with. Make that your primary focus. And when you do, it's amazing how much you're able to grow. You're able to grow in a way that will serve you later, that when you're in another situation and things might change about that situation. So you start to ask yourself, so what's at the root of this, right? Like, how does this make sense? What you really want is not the job. What you really want is not the person that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with. Like, it's not that. What you want is what you think those things will mean to you or give you. So you want a job, right? Let's say you want a job, right? But and the reason that you want this job is because you think it's going to either pay well and or provide some kind of professional fulfillment and satisfaction, right? So you go down that road, but you haven't really looked deep enough to know that that's really what you want, is that you want those things. So, but instead you're led by the allure of the job itself because you think it's going to be better there. So you go to the job and then you find out that it's not professionally fulfilling, that the money, while it's great, is you want more for the kind of work you're being asked to do. Or the people that you came to work with, they moved on. So how do you feel about the job now? So because you didn't take the current position or the previous position that you were in as an opportunity to practice being okay and being peaceful and grateful for that position, you don't have the skills in the next position or the next job you get. And so then you become dissatisfied with that one, and then you're looking somewhere else. When all you wanted in the first place was to have an opportunity to express your talent and artistry, to experience professional fulfillment in that space. That's what you really wanted, right? So why not ask for that? If you ask for that or work to experience that, then the job becomes almost irrelevant, right? And so, for example, if your goal in medicine is I want to serve, but you're not that clear about wanting to serve, you want to serve a certain kind of way. Well, what happens when you can't serve that way? What happens then? Then you suffer. So you become a healthcare professional, whether you're a physician, a nurse, administrator, but you have your mind set on this particular job in that industry. You get the job, but you are not deeply rooted with you really want to serve in whatever form it takes. So then they ask you to do something that you don't think is part of that job description. Pick up extra call, come in for another shift, do this task that you're like, that's not in my job description. And so you start to suffer because you think that that's beneath you, or you don't think you should have to do it. Or you start comparing it to what other people are doing or not doing. Like you don't ask them to do it, or they get away with this. All the things that human beings do. But if you made it about, I'm here to serve, whatever form that takes, then every day that you come to work will be fulfilling for you. Every day you will lend your talents to this job you're called to do today. And then you experience nothing but joy, so much joy. And every once in a while, something will come up and where you'll forget that and you'll suffer a little bit. But if you have a practice, it'll bring you back to it. And that's what's happened with me. I had something happen recently that I'll share in another podcast in which something brought me back to what I'm here to do, which is I'm here to serve. And the minute I say that, everything stands down and I found fulfillment in the place that I'm in. And so I invite you to stop making it about the event or about the person. When you make it about the person, then if they do something, and they will, that your mind is saying wrong or not enough or something, it may have a complaint about it, then in a second, you can fall out of love with that person. What? And that's because you made it about the person. Instead of saying that I want to experience love, I want to be loved, I want to receive love. You make it about that, then you will find things with whoever you're with to be beautiful, to be amazing when you make it about that. And if that person and your relationship goes in a different direction, whether you part ways or there's loss due to death that happens, you won't be making statements like, I'll never love like that again. Well, if you say that, I guess you won't. But you will be able to cherish the time that you all were together. And then if you part ways for whatever reason it may be, you continue to remain open to whatever other love enters your life. And really know that love is going to have to enter your life because all you're doing is experiencing love because that's what you prayed for. You don't pray for a person. You don't pray for a job. You pray for what you want to experience. And then everything that shows you up lights you up, like periods. Like when I made it that the country did not have to be perfect for me to have a great time in the country, guess I started discovering many opportunities to have a great time in the country, like many, regardless of my background. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't work to improve things that I may be able to have a small role in improving, but it means that I start with me first without requiring life, people, situations to be a certain way for me to have a good time, for me to be turned on, for me to contribute and serve. Like, I don't need that to happen. I start with me. So again, the key is don't make it about the event. Don't make it about the job. Don't make it about what's not happening or what is happening. Make it about you. Work on you. And then you'll never have a bad day. Ever.